had a busy morning to help us kick off this incredibly important project for the Historic Society. I'm going to talk about this in a little bit more detail in a few minutes because it's part of a bigger plan for our campus, tying into our mission. And I'm going to speak to that in a few moments. But we want to have a few acknowledgments first. The first and foremost, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting the Historical Society, supporting our mission. You stepped up at the gala in April. We raised $76,500 in one night for this project. And we're doubling your dollars. We're doubling the impact because we're matching that one for one. You know, we received bequests last year and the year before from the Shipley family and the Bear family. And so it's going that extra mile with your dollars, and we can't thank you enough. We want to acknowledge some special guests. Commissioner Tom Gordon is here with us. Thank you, Tom, for being here. Board Chair Extraordinaire Lynn Wheeler. And you have a very important announcement to make about this walkway.
I do.
Okay, what is it?
The important announcement is we are going to draw your names on a hat, and the person who wins gets that Oakley by
Let me know if I get any more.
They're hardly any work. Hardly any work. Hardly any work. Other than getting it out. We have Chamber President Mike McMullins here with us. Thank you for being here, Mike. Development Chair Doug Velinowski. Thank you, Doug, for everything. We have a new committee. It's called our Campus Transitions Committee, and it's going to take care of all the logistics, the boots on the ground work for all the plans that we have in store for the campus. And that committee is being headed by Jim Schreiber. So thank you, Jim, for everything. Other board members, can you raise your hand if you're a board member of the Historic Society? Yep. Josh, Jill, thank you, Larry. Hey, Joe. Good seeing everyone. Debbie. It's wonderful. And then I want to also introduce Bob Jones, who is our landscape architect on the project. And word has it you're starting in about an hour? Yeah, so coming soon. Coming soon. And then staff, our amazing staff. Can you raise your hands and be acknowledged? Thank you. Thank you very much.
I just want to say thank you to Jason because he is definitely a great leader and he has brought all this to fruition. So everybody needs to congratulate him and thank him.
I've asked Commissioner Gordon to just say a few words of
I'm going to
welcome.
be super brief this morning, but you know, the one constant in life is change. Clearly, we're getting to see change here, be it the new website, be it some physical changes, and just the general vibrancy of the organization in public. So I think that says a lot for everybody involved, and just want to say thank you for having me this morning. And Jason, what are we taking to ride on the podcast?
Dr. Jaskin, I should call you out too. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Yeah, from the college. Thank you. So, what are we doing? Well, this is what I like to call Project One of a multi-phase project for the projects for the campus. Project One is enhancing the accessibility through this thoroughfare from the parking lot. This has been a major challenge for the Historical Society for years. You know, we have school groups that come in, sometimes 100 children at a time that are coming on site. Our daily visitors, typically they're parking in the parking lot. They're not usually on the street here. And they have a heck of a time getting from the parking lot into our building. So the walkway enhancements are going to just make the society entrance much better for the visitors and for our school tours. So this is Project One. Project Two is expanding our educational opportunities in the Shelman House. You might be familiar with our properties. The Shelman House is right around the corner. The Sherman Fisher Shelman House. The second floor has never been open to the public. So we are opening that second floor for the first time with educational exhibits. And we actually have some seed money from a grant from the state through an agency called the Heart of the Civil War Heritage Area. And we want to give them a shout out for providing the seed money to start the exhibit process in the Shellman House. So that's incubating now as we speak. We've had our first couple kickoff meetings for that new educational space. The third project is moving our library from this building behind me, the Kimmy building, into Cocky's, or some of you might know Cocky's Tavern. And the whole thought there is to create the look and feel of an old-time English library, or a gentleman's library in that space. So we'll still offer the modern research conveniences, but when you walk in, you'll have the look and the feel of one of those dark English libraries. We think that's going to be very aesthetically pleasing, not only for the researchers, but for everyday visitors. So those are the three major projects. Of course, today we're kicking off the walkway, because none of those other things really matter if we can't get people on site and into the buildings in an easier way. And then ultimately, this is more than just the side campus. All of this work enables us to have more outreach into the county through our educational programs, through our talks. It's all about enhancing the entire historical site. And speaking on that, I'd like to call out Josh Cohn and Cohn Creative. Yesterday, we launched our new website, which you can check out using the QR code. The projects that I just mentioned to you are on the new website under a tab called Featured Projects. And you can click on those and you can learn more about the campaign. And you can also click on a button that says Watch Our Progress. And in real time, we'll be doing weekly updates on the work, so that we just don't go back into the shadows. You will see and hear updates from me and other people working on these projects weekly. And Steph is making one of her first recordings for this project. So with that, Doug, Lynn, Jim, have I missed anything?
If you wouldn't mind, just elaborate what's going to happen to the library space after the library moves over.
Great point. So we have the Shriver Wainwright Auditorium currently where the library is located. We'll be able to open that up to a new space. This is a trend that you see in museums and historical societies. It's a hybrid event, reception, program, and exhibit space. So what we're thinking is exhibits around the perimeter for our school groups, and then in the middle of the room, reception space for programs, small talks, and lectures. Anything else? So I would like Lynn and Doug and Jim, please come join me with the shovel ceremony. Please come on up. Come on, Lynn. But they're not golden. They're not golden. We're going to have everyone come up that wants to come up and get a photo op with me. But first, get up here, man. Just a photo op. Now, on the count of three, I'm going to put this shovel in the ground. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. All right. There we go. That's all the work I'm doing on the project. Commissioner Gordon, can you please come up to the photo op with me? Mike, can you join us? Right in the nick of time.
Thanks.
And anyone else, please. Anyone want to be in the photo op? Anyone? Bill? Other board members? Come on, Glenn. Come on, folks. Here, you take the gold shovel.
Run out of shovels.
Thanks.
You good?
I'm good.
Jason?
Come on up. From the college, Marty, Julia. Lee, we got the green chairs here.
Woo!
Let me get the comment first. Thank you guys. Thank you. Good, Jim?
We're good.
Good. All right, Bill. Charlie Fisher, we need you up here.
Oh, you need the hat. The Indiana Jones hat.
Doris? All right, John. Yeah, you get the. I get the gold award. Yeah.
We're good.
Oh, I want to share another thing. I'd like to share another thing. Derek Hoover from the hospital helped coordinate some relationships for the society with some business partners. Heidelberg Materials is donating the cement for this project. Isn't that incredible?
Yes.
Walter Smith, the plant manager, stepped up in a big way. And Sue Corky, some of you know Sue. So they're donating the concrete. And Thomas Bennett Hunter, TBH, is mixing it. This is all in kind as a donation to the Historical Society. They're mixing it and delivering it on site for us. And John Alexander there has been super. So we want to give a shout out to them too. So with that, we have refreshments, warm coffee, hot coffee.
It's hot, I just made it.
Or we know that you're busy, you have to get back to work, we understand.
Jason, we might want to mention the plan.
Oh, and we have the plan, if you'd like to see the plans, Bob brought plans and they're inside the door here, laid out on the table. Thank you.